Well, what's up out there, everybody? Yep, you know what time it is. It's Alan with D9Jsports. And man, we're right back at it with another show. Well, we're 24 hours away from the biggest game in football of the season. You know what that is. The Super Bowl. The Philadelphia Eagles. The Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, Nick Sirianni. Andy Reid, Steve Spagnuolo, and the boys. Oh, Jalen Hurts. The man himself, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, the Penn State alum, Saquon Barkley, and many more, ladies and gentlemen. You know it's going to be exciting. I know you can't wait. Oh, and I can't wait either, ladies and gentlemen. Super Bowl Sunday. There's nothing like it. Well, like I said, this is Alan with D9Jsports. Hey, I hope everybody out there is having a good time, getting ready, getting prepped up, getting ready for the big game tomorrow. All of my subscribers out there, hey, I'm glad you're sticking with me. Hey, we're going to continue to push on through. Just think about it. Just seems like just like yesterday, it was still 2024. Now it's 2025. And hey, you already know how things are going. You know, brother Trump, he's rolling things out. And it's just a beginning of what's going to happen. But football season's wind down, and we've got one more game to go, the big game tomorrow. And then we're all going to be in football withdrawals until the springtime when the USFL, XFL starts up, in which I'm a big fan of, in which I'm definitely a big fan of. But hey, that's what we're here today to talk about. We're here to talk about the Super Bowl, the keys, and what do I think is going to happen in the game. First off, let's start. We're going to start with the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles are coming in, ladies and gentlemen, and they're flying high. They've got Saquon Barkley. What do I think is going to happen in the game? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that I think that Saquon Barkley is going to get his. I think that they're going to try to limit him from breaking off the long runs. They're going to have to try to keep him inside, because if you let him take a step outside your tight end area or your left tackle area, hey, and he turns up, hey, as you know what time it is for the Penn State alum with that great speed, hey, it is a touchdown. So I think that they're going to slow it down. Now, you got to also keep in mind that Jalen Hurts is going to have to put the football up. He's going to have to put it up, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to have to put it up. But standing in his way, oh, you know Jones and them are going to be coming. But it isn't about Jones. It isn't about the players on the defense in a sense. It's about Steve Spagnuolo. Man, I'm telling you, we all hear about the great defensive coordinators like Bill Belichick back in the day with the Giants. But I'm here to tell you, man, Steve Spagnuolo, hey, he's going to bring it. I think he's going to force Jalen Hurts to pass the football. He's going to have to put it up at least 30 times to win the game. I think they're not going to play too high safety. They're going to trust their secondary to go one-on-one. They're going to go one-on-one. And I tell you what, that's what I think that they're going to do. I think they're going to take their chances like that, because they do not want, I'm here to tell you, they do not want Saquon Barkley to get cut loose, because if he does and he gets in a rhythm, it's going to be a long day for the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chiefs defense. Now, let's flip it over to the other side. You already know what happens when you give Andy Reid more than a week to prepare. It's going to be tough. Man, he's going to be dialing up plays. And if you watch my show, and I'm sure if you tuned in now, you know I talk about college guys like Steve Sarkisian. He dials them up, but he couldn't dial them up when it counts. Andy Reid can dial them up when it counts, ladies and gentlemen. When he gets in the big dance, hey, man, he's going to come out of he's going to, as they say, as a magician, he's going to pull a rabbit out of a hat. I think that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to come out and they're going to try to establish their own running game. I know Pacheco's going to be back 3 or 4 games, and he's going to get going. I think Kareem Hunt is going to, Kareem Hunt totes the football. He runs aggressive, ladies and gentlemen. But I think tomorrow, I think that Isaiah Pacheco's going to be toting the football. And I also believe that Travis Kelce will not play in this game and only get 4 or 5 targets. I believe that Travis Kelce and the Swifties and all of them. Kelce, you know what? Forget about the Swifties. Travis Kelce going to be ready to play some ball. Travis Kelce going to be ready to play some ball. And them receivers on the outside, Juju Smith, they're going to be ready to play. And the young man from Texas, the quick guy, he's going to be ready to catch the football and use that electrifying speed. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, of course, I saved the best for last. Patrick Big Game Mahomes. I don't know what I need to. I haven't come up with Pat a nickname yet. I haven't come out. As you know, I call C.J. Stroud down in Houston the Candy Man. I don't know what I need to call Pat. I might call him straight Jawbreaker, because I'm telling you, he will punch you in the jaw every chance he gets. So from here on out, that's what I'm going to call Pat. I'm going to call Pat Jawbreaker, because he doesn't play. He's going to hit you with a body shot, and all of a sudden, you think he's going to jab you, and he's going to crack you right in your jaw to win the football game. But tomorrow, he's going to have his hands full. I'll tell you what, let's continue on. Field goal kickers, I think that's going to be play a big part in the game. I think that the field goal kickers, both field goal kickers are pretty good. And field goal kickers and special teams play definitely is going to play a key to the game. And also, last time that they met up in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, what caused the Philadelphia Eagles pretty much the game, and it was that turnover by Jalen Hurts. So whichever team holds on to the football, that's the team that's probably going to win. If it's an even turnover battle, if nobody turns the football over, then, ladies and gentlemen, both teams are going to be ready to play. They're going to be ready to play. Looking forward to be an epic game. So my final take on it, what I think is going to happen. I know you're not supposed to root against the champs. And I'm not really rooting against Pat and the Kansas City Chiefs until somebody take them out. Then of course, I understand that. But for me, what I think is going to happen, I think that the Philadelphia Eagles and their defense will put so much pressure on Pat until he's going to be running around like he did against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when his 2 tackles were out. That's just what I think is going to happen. I think that that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to put an enormous amount of pressure on Pat up the middle of the football field. They're going to push up the middle. They're going to contain the outside. And, it's one of those cases where you can't say, well, you got to force Pat to pass it. Well, you already know it. I'm just trying to come up with what I think would happen, okay? Because, Patrick Mahomes, man, he's incredible, man. He's incredible. So I will tell you this. My final take on it is that Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, two African-American quarterbacks going to go at it for a second time. Let's talk Jalen Hurts quickly first. Jalen Hurts, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, while people talking about Lamar Jackson and they give Josh Allen the MVP, in which I don't get that, but I do. I do. But and Josh had a good season. I'm not going to take anything away from Josh. I'm not going to do that. Okay. I just think that there's only 2, ladies and gentlemen. Hear me out when I say this. There's only 2. I think that Michael Jordan and Joe Montana. Michael Jordan and Joe Montana are the only 2 that have shown me. Well, I'm going to take that back. In this modern day era, closer to modern day era, because I'm not going to take anything away from, and you know what, I'm not going to take anything away from Terry Bradshaw, okay, because he won all of his when he get there. But I'm talking about the ones who I consider the GOAT, Tom, Joe, and Pat and them. I'm going to tell you that I think that he's going to fall into the same category as Tom. I think he's going to be done got there, and I think that he's going to fall short this time, and that's going to be 2 times he's going to be there. He's going to be 3-2, and that's going to be something that he can chase Brady for so he doesn't get another loss. Okay. I think that Jalen Hurts, if Jalen Hurts wins this one, Jalen Hurts, as far as I'm concerned, as a young quarterback, Jalen Hurts for me will be up there with Aaron Rodgers and them, because Aaron Rodgers only got one ring. Drew Brees got only one ring. Okay, Jalen Hurts plays a different style of ball. So if Jalen Hurts has got his team there 2 times in the last 3 or 4 years, you got to give the young man some credit. And if he wins it, all this talk about Lamar and Josh and them, that dude done got his team there. He's got them there. Him and Joe Burrow, they've got their team there. Okay, I think that that's it, and I think that it's going to be an incredible game. I think that the Eagles will end up pulling it out. I would not, and don't get me wrong, I would not. I'm not going to be a coward and keep going back and forth. I'm going to say, I think that the Eagles are going to win. And this is one of those games where I really don't care who wins, because I would like to see both of them win, but somebody can't win the last game. So it really doesn't. I'm just saying that because of how I'm trying to break it down. I've never seen a three-peat in football. So until I see it, then okay. But until then, I'm gonna say that the Eagles are gonna win. And as I'm watching the game, me and my brothers, I'm not rooting for either team. I'm just saying what I think is going to happen as a football fan, as a former player. It's incredible for this. So, hey, we're not coming back to you guys to probably Monday. We'll talk about it after that. We've got church all day. We've got church in the morning. We've got a singing convention, and then we're going to be leaving there, coming home, and lighting the grill up and getting in front of the tube. So, hey, man, until next time, who you got? When I wake up in the morning, I want to look in the comments. Tell me who you got. Allen, D9Jsports. Till next time, I'm definitely rocking out.